Christmas morning hit like a bright stage light when I walked into their living room. Wrapping paper was everywhere. Laughter was already loud. Lydia sat on the rug with a new laptop open in front of her. Noah waved his smartwatch around like a prize he'd won in a contest he didn't train for. Sabrina stood near the tree, controlling the flow of gifts like she owned the holiday. Adam filmed everything, smiling only when she looked at him. I stepped inside quietly, holding a cup of hot tea. The steam rose straight up. My hands stayed steady. Sabrina glanced at me with a smile too bright to feel real. "Oh good, you made it," she said. I nodded once and sat at the edge of the sofa. No one paused for more than a second. "Lydia, this one's yours," Sabrina announced, handing over a box wrapped in silver. Lydia opened it, gasped softly, then hugged Sabrina. "Thank you," she said. Noah bounced on his heels. "Is there another one for me?" Sabrina laughed. "Of course. You've been good this year, right?" He shrugged. "Mostly." More laughter. Adam handed Sabrina a small velvet box. She opened it slowly, posing like someone expected to be photographed. "Oh, honey," she whispered dramatically, "you shouldn't have." A designer bracelet sparkled inside. I sipped my tea. The taste was warm. The room wasn't. Sabrina then pulled out a dark blue box and handed it to Adam. "For you," she said. He opened it, grinning when he saw the watch inside. "Perfect," he said. "You deserve it," she replied, kissing his cheek lightly. They looked golden together in the morning lights. I sat perfectly still. Boxes shrank. Trash piled higher. The tree blinked happily. My hands stayed empty. No one noticed. Or maybe they did. That was worse. Sabrina reached for another present. "Noah, here. This one's from Aunt Claire." He ripped it open, cheered, and tossed the wrapping paper behind him. It landed at my feet. He didn't pick it up. He didn't look at me. A few minutes passed before Sabrina cleared her throat, tapping another box. "Last one," she said. Lydia clapped. Noah bounced again. Adam raised his phone for another little family moment, a family moment I wasn't in. Sabrina lifted the box slowly, looking around. Her eyebrows raised as if something shocking just came to her. "Oh, wait," she said, voice too high, too sweet. "I think we forgot someone." She turned toward me with a look that tried very hard to be innocent. It wasn't. Before she could say more, Noah spoke with a smirk. "Granny's used to it." He didn't laugh. He said it like a fact. A confident, careless fact. The room chuckled softly. Adam didn't correct him. Sabrina hid a smile behind her hand. Lydia looked at me with worried eyes. I didn't blink. I placed my tea on the table. The cup didn't make a sound. Sabrina stepped closer. "Oh, Nora, we really didn't mean to." I met her eyes for the first time that morning. She held the gaze for 1 second before looking away. "It's all right," I said calmly. My voice was even. No tremble. No softness. Just truth. I reached down and opened my black purse, slow, precise. The room quieted. Adam lowered his phone. Noah stopped moving. Even the blinking lights felt slower. I slid out a single envelope and placed it on my knee. White, clean, heavy enough to make a point without saying anything. Lydia leaned forward. "Grandma?" I didn't answer her. I kept my eyes on Sabrina. Her smile wobbled slightly. "You don't have to worry," I said. "Gifts aren't necessary." Adam exhaled, relieved, thinking that was my ending. It wasn't. I lifted the envelope between 2 fingers. "Actually," I said, "I got myself something this year." Sabrina's lips parted a little. Adam frowned. "Mom, what is that?" I didn't explain. I didn't soften. I let the silence work first. "You don't have to pretend you forgot," I said quietly. "It's Christmas. Not amnesia." Sabrina blinked hard. "Nora, that's—" I raised a hand. She stopped talking immediately. Lydia whispered, "Grandma?" Her voice was the only gentle thing in that room. I opened the envelope just enough for them to see the papers inside. Their eyes followed, confused at first, then curious. I closed it again and rested it on my lap. "I'm fine," I said, keeping my tone flat. I've been fine for a long time. Gifts aren't the problem. Adam shifted uncomfortably. Mom, we didn't mean— You didn't think, I replied. The way his shoulders dropped told me he knew I was right. Sabrina tried again. This is all a misunderstanding. No, I said. It's a pattern. She froze, just like I wanted. I folded the envelope once, clean and sharp. That's all, I said. I don't need anything from this tree. Silence wrapped the room tighter than any ribbon they'd opened that morning. For the first time in years, they looked at me. Truly looked. I picked up my tea again, letting the steam warm my face. I got myself something, I repeated softly. That's enough. The envelope stayed visible on my lap, a simple reminder that this year something was different. Not loud, not dramatic, just cold, precise, and undeniable. After the quiet in their living room settled, I drove back to Charleston with the same calm silence I always carried. The city welcomed me with its usual soft winter air, but I didn't stop to admire anything. I went straight home, set my purse on the counter, and made myself a cup of tea. The steam rose in a thin line. It reminded me how long that same thin line had been holding me together. Years, years of small cuts, years of being almost included, years of being spoken over, not spoken to. It didn't start big. It never does. It started with the smallest things, things people easily dismiss, things that accumulate until you look back and realize they weren't accidents. The first Christmas after Earl died was quiet, too quiet. Adam called at noon. Mom, sorry, we forgot to invite you earlier. You can still come if you want. If I want, I repeated. He didn't notice the echo. He rarely noticed anything, unless Sabrina told him to. I went anyway. Grief makes you hope. That was my mistake. Sabrina opened the door that night. Oh, she said, we didn't think you'd actually come. No apology, no warmth, just a gentle slap wrapped in politeness. I stepped in. I'm here now, I said simply. She didn't respond. The next year, she didn't even pretend. She announced a small Christmas with just immediate family. I was not immediate. I was optional. One Easter, I brought a casserole, Earl's favorite. I set it on the counter. Sabrina glanced at it, then moved it aside like it was clutter. We already have a menu, she said. No problem, I answered. I didn't touch the dish again. Neither did anyone else. During a birthday dinner, I tried to tell a story about Adam when he was small. Sabrina interrupted halfway. That didn't happen like that, she said, smiling sweetly. Adam nodded without thinking. I just took a sip of water. I had learned by then that fighting small corrections only gives them more power. Then came the dinners where I was placed at the far end of the table, always next to a wall, always last in line, always where the camera couldn't catch me when Sabrina took family photos. She framed the pictures well. I was framed out of them even better. Every holiday, she found a new way to shrink my space. A comment, a gesture, a glance. Small enough that no one else would call it what it was, sharp enough that I felt each one. Adam changed too. He used to call me every week, then every other week, then once a month, then only on days when Sabrina wasn't home and he could talk without her listening through the hallway. One night he called while she was in the kitchen. Mom, how are you? Fine, I said. Oh, good. Sabrina said we'll try to see you next week. You need her permission? I asked. He laughed softly. No, it's just easier. Easier for who? He went quiet. It's just how things are now, Mom. Yes, I said. I noticed. My 70th birthday was the clearest proof of all. No call, no message, no happy birthday, nothing. At noon, Lydia texted me. Granny, I miss you. Can I visit next week? Yes, I replied. It was the only bright moment that day. But I didn't cry, not then. The last tear came months later. A quiet night, a quiet house, a quiet woman who finally understood she was not forgotten by accident. She was forgotten on purpose. It broke something, but it also built something else. I sat at my kitchen table, tea in hand, thinking about Earl. He always saw strength in me I didn't see in myself. "You don't disappear," he told me once. "You rebuild." I opened the drawer where I kept old planners, birthdays, budgets, trips we never took, notes in Earl's handwriting. I touched every page, then closed the book. That was the night I decided I was done waiting. The next week, I brought cookies to Adam and Sabrina's house. I rang the bell. Sabrina opened the door. "Oh, we're actually heading out," she said, stepping halfway outside like she was guarding the doorway. "I won't stay," I said. I handed her the box. She didn't take it immediately. When she finally did, she placed it behind her like it didn't matter. "Thanks," she said. She closed the door before I reached my car. I sat in the driver's seat and stared at my hands. They didn't shake. They just rested there, calm and certain. A week later, I tried again. I brought a small gift for Lydia. Noah opened the door this time. "Oh, Grandma," he said, "Mom says you should call first." "She's home?" "Yeah, but she's tired." I didn't push. I handed him the gift, for Lydia. He shrugged and walked inside without saying goodbye. I stood on the porch for a moment before leaving. After that, I learned to stop arriving where I wasn't welcomed. I also learned something more important. They weren't going to change. Not for me, not for anyone. But I could. I started observing everything, noticing patterns, measuring their distance, recording what hurt and why. Not with bitterness, with clarity. Clarity has a flavor. It's sharp, clean, uncomfortable for anyone who prefers blurred lines. I remember the last dinner before everything changed. Sabrina corrected me again. Adam stayed silent again. Noah laughed again. Lydia squeezed my hand again. When I went home that night, I put the kettle on and said one sentence out loud. "This is the last time." And I meant it. That was the night I stopped being erased, the night I started preparing. Quietly, calmly, deliberately. The night I chose myself. When you spend years being dismissed, something inside you stops asking for a seat. It asks for tools instead. That's what happened the morning I decided to rebuild. No ceremony, no dramatic moment, just a clear sentence spoken to an empty kitchen. Enough. I finished my tea, grabbed my keys, and drove to an electronics store. The clerk greeted me with a bright sales smile. "Looking for a gift?" he asked. "Yes," I said, "for myself." He hesitated, then nodded and showed me a row of laptops. I picked a black one and paid without asking questions. No comparisons, no second-guessing. Decisions feel cleaner when you stop asking permission. At home, I placed the laptop on my table, opened it, and typed the first thing that came to mind. How to start over at 70. The search results didn't impress me, but the process did. Information wasn't a problem. Time wasn't a problem. Skill wasn't a problem. The only problem had been waiting for other people to see me. And I was done with that. I bought a cheap notebook from the convenience store down the street and started a list. Learn digital publishing. Learn formatting. Design templates. Set up online shop. Daily posts. I wrote each line like an instruction, not a dream. Earl used to say, "Write it down. Writing forces your hands to agree with your mind." I remembered that and wrote faster. At night, I practiced using publishing software. I clicked wrong buttons. I watched tutorials. I rewound the same step 5 times. I didn't get frustrated. Mistakes don't hurt when no one is around to judge them. The first digital journal I designed looked simple, almost plain. But it was clean. It worked. I uploaded it to Amazon KDP, hit publish, and closed the laptop. The next morning, the dashboard said, 4 orders. I stared at the number for a second, then whispered, "That's 4 more than 0. 2 days later, someone left a review. "Helpful, thank you." And just 2 words, but enough to confirm I was moving in the right direction. I created a blog next, Second Wind Coast Journal. No fancy graphics, no dramatic slogan, just articles written clearly, directly, without fluff. My first post, "You can rebuild without applause." It got 12 views, Day 2, 50. Day 3, 100. Someone emailed me, "I'm 63. I feel stuck. How did you begin?" I replied, "I stopped waiting." She wrote back, "That's harsh." "No," I typed, "it's accurate." I kept working. Morning tea, laptop, publishing, posting, learning, adjusting. Routine replaced loneliness. Structure replaced silence. A month later, I bought the villa on Kiowa Island. The agent blinked when I said I wanted it for short-term rentals. "Most people your age look for retirement homes," he said. "I'm not most people," I replied. He cleared his throat. "You'll need a management team." "No," I said. "I'll handle it." His eyebrows lifted, but he signed the papers without another word. I spent 2 weeks fixing the villa. New sheets, new towels, new locks, a camera system, a clean set of dishes. Everything neutral, tidy, functional. A small engine disguised as a beach house. When I listed it online, the first guest booked within 24 hours. Then another. And another. I visited after each checkout. Quiet, efficient, unnoticed. A woman staying there stepped out one afternoon as I replaced the linens. "Oh, are you the owner?" "Yes." "You run this alone?" "Yes." "That's impressive." "It's work," I said. She smiled awkwardly, not sure how to respond to an answer without modesty. By the 3rd month, the villa was booked for weeks at a time. By the 4th month, for months at a time. Meanwhile, Adam called less. When he did, he sounded half distracted. "Mom, how's everything?" "Productive?" "Good, good. Sabrina says we should have dinner sometime." "When you're free," I said. He paused. "You sound different." "I use my time better now." He didn't know how to answer that. Sabrina texted occasionally, always short, always surface level. "Hi, Nora. Hope you're well." "Yes." She waited for more. I didn't send any. Some nights she posted glossy photos online, holiday outfits, hotel brunches, family moments. I pressed like every time. Not out of warmth, out of precision. Work grew, sales increased, subscribers multiplied. Emails came in from women in their 50s, 60s, 70s. "Your journals help. Your posts feel honest." I thought it was too late to start something new. I replied to each one, not with emotion, with clarity. Start small. Stay consistent. Don't wait for permission. Clarity is better than comfort. The numbers climbed quickly. 200 orders, 600 orders, 1,200 orders. Then one morning the dashboard hit 2,000. I exhaled once. Not relief, confirmation. One afternoon as I was scheduling new product launches, the phone rang. It was Adam. "Mom, is everything okay? You haven't asked for anything in a while." "I don't need anything," I said. He hesitated. "Sabrina thinks maybe you're lonely." "No." "You sure?" "Yes." "That's good." He didn't sound convinced. Another night, Sabrina called. I didn't pick up. She texted, "Just checking in, miss you." I stared at the message, then wrote back, "I'm busy." She stopped responding. By summer, the villa was booked solid for the next 6 months. My blog had 85,000 readers. My storefront had 9,340 orders in December alone the year before. And everything ran like machinery. No one in the family knew. No one asked. No one suspected. That was the strength of a silent rebuild. People underestimate what they don't bother to look at. Work didn't fix the past. Work didn't heal the distance. Work didn't change Adam or Sabrina, but it did something better. It made their opinions irrelevant. Rebuilding wasn't emotional. It wasn't spiritual. It wasn't inspirational. It was strategic. And strategy is what you use right before a return. Because when people erase you, the smartest response is simple. Rebuild where they can't see, then walk back into the room holding everything they thought you'd never have. Quiet, ready, unapologetic. Running my new life became simple. Not easy, simple. I woke up, made tea, opened my laptop, checked numbers, fixed what needed fixing, and added what needed adding. No noise, no audience, just structure. By spring, everything moved like a clean line. My website was redesigned. Faster, neater, clearer. I didn't announce it. I simply pressed publish, leaned back, and said, "Good." I created a folder labeled Idea Logs. Every time a thought crossed my mind, I recorded it. New planner, grief recovery. Weekly reset template, retreat checklist. No fluff, no emotion, just data. The villa became an engine. Bookings came in daily. I handled every confirmation, every check-in, every message. Guests left comments. Beautiful home. Peaceful stay. Perfect location. I replied to each message the same way. Thank you. One morning, the booking calendar filled 6 months ahead. I stared at the screen and nodded once. Accept. Meanwhile, Sabrina kept posting. Photos of dinners, selfies in new dresses, captions about living life to the fullest. I pressed like each time. Precision, not interest. One post stood out. Cheers to success. I whispered, "Success is measurable," and closed the app. A few days later, she called. I let it ring until it stopped. They weren't used to my silence. Silence unsettles people who rely on being the center of attention. Adam tried next. "Mom, just checking in." "I'm working." "You've been busy." "I use my time well." He paused. "Sabrina says you're acting distant." "I'm not acting," I said. He didn't call back for 3 weeks. My blog grew faster than I planned. Thousands of women read every post. "You sound strong," one wrote. "I sound clear," I replied. Another message arrived from a woman in her 60s. "How do you stay motivated?" "Routine," I typed. "You make it look easy." "It isn't," I answered. "Then how do you do it?" "I don't wait for anyone." Clarity is a language most people avoid. I expanded my digital store next. New templates, new journals, new bundles, everything designed with clean lines and practical layouts. No fluff, no empty quotes, just usefulness. Sales doubled, then tripled, then continued climbing. Every number had weight, every order had meaning. Every sale removed another layer of old humiliation I had carried for years. Lydia messaged me often. "Grandma, I showed my art teacher your journal covers." "And?" "She said you have good taste." "That's just work," I replied. "It's pretty," she insisted. I didn't argue. Lydia had always seen me clearly. One afternoon, I heard a knock at my door. When I opened it, Adam stood there. "Mom," he said softly. "Yes?" "You're different." "I'm consistent," I replied. He shifted his weight. "We wanted to see you." "We?" "Sabrina and I." "For what reason?" He blinked. "To visit?" I didn't smile. "You've never needed a reason to visit," I said. "You've needed permission." He didn't deny it. He left 5 minutes later. After he left, I wrote a note in my planner. No explanations. The next day, I checked the villa. A couple was packing their car. "Thank you for letting us stay," the woman said. "You're welcome." "You run this alone?" "Yes." She exchanged a look with her husband. "That must be exhausting." "No, it's a lot of work. It's mine," I replied. She didn't know what to do with that answer. Later that evening, I sat at the dining table and opened my February revenue statement. $38,000 Q4 clean. Absolute, undeniable. I took a sip of tea and stared out the window. Not dramatically, not emotionally. Just observing. People underestimate older women because they assume slowness equals weakness. They forget discipline exists. They forget experience exists. They forget silence is a strategy. Sabrina sent me a message the next day. "Hi, Nora. Can we call tonight?" "No," I wrote back. "Oh, is everything okay?" "Yes." "Do you need anything?" "No." She waited for more. I didn't send any. Her next text came an hour later. "You seem distant lately." I typed, "I'm focused," and left it at that. Another woman messaged through my site. "I didn't know people our age could build something big." I replied, "People underestimate what they don't pay attention to." She wrote, "That sounds personal." "No," I answered. "It's factual." By summer, my systems were tight enough that my entire week could run on automation. I only had to adjust small details. Every adjustment was a quiet reminder. I wasn't behind. I wasn't late. I wasn't lost. I was simply working. One evening, I received a rental inquiry for the villa for an executive retreat. When I sent the rate, the organizer replied, "That's higher than we expected." I responded, "Quality is not cheap." He booked it within an hour. Before bed, I reviewed my numbers again. 85,000 readers, 9 to 340. December orders, 6 months of villa bookings. I whispered, "Accurate," and closed the laptop. Sabrina posted another photo that same night. A perfect family dinner. Everything staged. Everything curated. Her caption, "Nothing compares to a peaceful life." I stared at the words for a moment, then pressed like. Not out of support, out of acknowledgement. Peace is quantifiable. So is silence. So is success. I was building something she couldn't see, couldn't touch, couldn't influence. Something Adam didn't understand. Something Noah didn't care about. Something only Lydia sensed. That was the essence of my silent empire. They couldn't ruin what they didn't know existed. And soon, they would see it. Not because I needed them to, but because truth eventually walks into the room whether people invite it or not. The first week of December looked like every other week. Tea, laptop, numbers, orders, no noise, no interruptions. At 8:12 a.m., my phone rang. Sabrina. She never called. She only texted. I let it ring twice before answering. "Hello?" "Nora! Hi!" Her voice was forced sweet. "Yes. We were just talking about Christmas," she said. "Why?" "Well, we'd really love to have you join us this year." I didn't respond. Sabrina rushed to fill the silence. "We want the whole family together," she continued. "It wouldn't feel right without you." She didn't care about right. She cared about complete. And I knew why she suddenly needed complete. "When did you decide that?" I asked. "Last night," she said too quickly. "And Adam? Oh yes, he agrees completely. Honey, tell her." In the background, Adam mumbled something unclear, like someone nudged him. I said nothing. Sabrina tried again. "The kids would be thrilled." "Noah?" She paused. "He'll warm up once you're here." Meaning, no. "And Lydia?" "She talks about you all the time," Sabrina said. "You know she adores you." Sabrina only used Lydia when she needed leverage. Another silence, this one longer. "Nora," she softened her voice, "it would mean a lot to us." "To you," I corrected. "Yes, to all of us," she insisted. I looked toward my drawer, the one with the Q4 envelope. The timing was obvious. Sabrina never remembered anyone unless she needed something to post. "You need me in the pictures," I said. "What? No, that's not—" "You want a grandmother in the photo album," I continued. "It looks better." "That's not what this is," she said, voice tightening. I waited. Sabrina hated waiting. She tried one more time. "We just want a good Christmas." I said, "All right." Her relief spilled through the phone. "Wonderful. So you'll come?" "I'll come." "Oh, Nora, that's fantastic." I ended the call. I opened the drawer and pulled out the Q4 envelope. It was heavy with numbers, revenue, bookings, real work. Not holiday performance, not family optics. My phone vibrated. "Sabrina, thank you again. This will be our best Christmas yet." I didn't reply. Adam texted 15 minutes later. "Mom, thanks for saying yes." "Sure. We're excited." I didn't respond. I made tea, sat down, and opened my planner. Everything was on schedule. Orders, blog posts, villa bookings, Q4 revenue. Everything moving upward. Sabrina texted again. "Let me know if you want us to pick you up." "No." "Oh, okay. Are you sure?" "Yes." I ended the conversation. At noon, I looked over the tasks for the day, checked each box, and slid the Q4 envelope into my purse. It fit beside my keys without effort. Another message arrived from Sabrina. So glad we're doing Christmas together. The photos will be beautiful. There it was, the part she couldn't hide. I typed one sentence. See you then. Nothing more. She sent a heart emoji. I closed the phone. I didn't need their transportation. I didn't need their approval. I didn't need their excitement. I needed accuracy. Christmas wasn't about reconnecting. It wasn't about healing. It wasn't about family warmth they never offered. It was logistics, and timing, and truth. For years, I was the forgotten figure in the background of their holidays. This year, I wasn't walking in empty-handed. I checked my purse again. Q4 envelope, clean, sharp, absolute. Then another message from Adam arrived. Mom, Sabrina says we should take a big family picture before gifts. I wrote back, I'm aware. He responded with a thumbs-up emoji. I didn't open it again. At 4 p.m. I wrote tomorrow's schedule in my planner. Drive to Mount Pleasant. Christmas breakfast. Gift opening. Sit. Watch. Wait. Present facts. Nothing emotional, just steps. When Sabrina messaged a final time, so excited, this will be perfect. I didn't answer. I didn't share her excitement. I didn't share her script. I didn't share her performance. I had my own. I finished my tea, closed the planner, and placed the purse by the door. I'll come, I repeated quietly. A statement. Clean, unloaded, prepared. Christmas was an appointment, and I intended to keep it. I arrived at Adam and Sabrina's house a little before noon. I parked, stepped out, and walked to the door. No one came out. No one opened the curtain. No one said my name. I knocked once. Sabrina opened the door with a bright, practiced smile. Nora, you made it. You invited me, I said. Her smile tightened. Of course. Come in. The house felt warm, but no one felt welcoming. Noah walked by holding a new headset. He glanced at me once. Hey. Hello, I answered. He kept walking. Lydia came down the stairs and hugged me fast and tight. I'm glad you're here, Grandma. I said I would come, I replied. She nodded. She understood tone better than adults did. Sabrina placed a hand on Lydia's shoulder, guiding her back. Let's show Nora her room, she said. She led me to the smallest room in the hallway. Old bedding, thin pillow, a lamp missing a bulb. She clasped her hands together. We cleaned it a little this morning. Hope it works for you. It works. We didn't know what you'd need, she added. I need very little. She blinked, then excused herself. At 6, she called everyone to dinner. The table was long, chairs symmetrical, silverware set like it was for show. Sabrina pointed to the farthest seat. Nora, you can sit there. I walked to it without reacting. Adam smiled awkwardly. Mom, glad you made it. I arrived, I said. Yes, how was the drive? Straight. Oh, good. Sabrina sat, folded her napkin, and began the small talk she preferred. So, Nora, still doing your online things? My work, I corrected. Yes, she said lightly. Your little journals. They're not little. She sipped her wine. It's good to have something to fill your days. Lydia looked at me, waiting for something sharp. I didn't disappoint. It doesn't fill my days, I said. It pays them. The table paused for one full second. Then Sabrina forced a laugh. Well, that's lovely. Noah spoke with a mouth full of potatoes. Grandma, do you even know how to use TikTok? No, he laughed. Thought so. Too old. Sabrina tapped his arm. Noah. He shrugged. It's fine, I said. It wasn't fine, but it was expected. Adam cleared his throat. Mom, we worry sometimes. You're alone a lot. I'm not alone, I replied. He frowned. What do you mean? I'm working. Sabrina raised an eyebrow. Working? At your age? Yes. She smiled as if amused. That's ambitious. Dinner continued with their conversations. All surface, all curated. Vacations, restaurants, new furniture, new expenses. Everything said loudly enough to sound impressive. Sabrina turned back to me. And the villa you bought? What was the point of that again? Income. Must be tiring, managing a whole house. It isn't. Well, I'd be exhausted, she said. You get exhausted easily, I replied. Her fork froze halfway. Adam looked down. Sabrina regained her smile. We just want you to relax more. You don't have to prove anything. I'm not proving anything. Oh? Then what are you doing? Working, I said again. She had no answer. Noah chimed in. Grandma, do you even know how Airbnb works? Yes, he snorted. Really? Yes. He didn't like my tone. Kids expect their jokes to land. Mine didn't. After dessert, Sabrina stood. Tomorrow will be a big morning. Lots of gifts. Lots of photos. It'll be wonderful having everyone together. Photos, I repeated. Yes, she said quickly. We want this year to feel complete. The word landed exactly how she meant it. You want the picture to look full, I said. She inhaled sharply. Excuse me? You need a grandmother in the frame, I said. She laughed too loudly. Nora, that's ridiculous. Is it? Her jaw tightened. She recovered with a sugary tone. We just want family around, that's all. Tomorrow, I said, you'll have it. I stood. Lydia walked with me down the hall. Grandma, if they say anything tomorrow, come sit by me. I don't need protection, I said. I know, they do. I placed a hand on her shoulder. Go rest. You'll see everything clearly in the morning. Back in the guest room, I set my purse on the chair. I opened it just enough to see the edge of the Q4 envelope. Clean lines, sharp numbers, nothing performative, nothing borrowed, nothing fake. Tomorrow wasn't about gifts. It wasn't about Christmas. It was about accuracy. And accuracy has a way of burning through every disguise people try to wear. Christmas morning started loud. Not warm, just loud. Gift bags everywhere. Sabrina directing everyone like she owned the holiday. Okay, everyone sit. Hold your presents. Smile. Her eyes skipped over me deliberately. I sat beside Lydia because she asked. Grandma, sit here, she whispered. I nodded. All right. Sabrina clapped once. Presents time. Adam handed Noah a box first. Smartwatch, kiddo. Yes, Noah shouted. Finally. He didn't look at me. Next was Lydia. A new laptop, Adam said proudly. Lydia smiled. Thank you. Sabrina held up a small designer bag. For me? Oh, honey, you didn't have to. Adam smiled, waiting for approval. She gave him a quick kiss to confirm he had done well. Gift after gift passed. No one said my name. Lydia noticed first. Mom, isn't there something for Grandma? Sabrina widened her eyes. Oh, did we forget her? Noah said, She's used to it, without even turning. The room laughed, small but sharp. Sabrina turned toward me slowly. Nora, I'm so sorry. We didn't realize. You realized, I said. Her smile jumped. I promise it wasn't intentional. It was, I repeated. Adam tried to soften it. Mom, we can get you something later. No need. I placed my tea on the table. Calm, clean. Sabrina raised her eyebrows. Please don't be upset. Gifts aren't everything. I'm not upset, I said. Oh, really? Yes. I reached for my purse. Sabrina's eyes followed the movement instantly. I brought my own. The room stilled. Sabrina gave a thin laugh. Nora, you really don't have to prove anything. It's Christmas. I'm not proving anything, I said. I'm presenting something. I placed the black purse on my lap and unzipped it. Slow movement, no theatrics, just control. Lydia whispered, Grandma? Watch, I said. I pulled out the Q4 envelope and set it on the table. Sabrina stared. What is that? Information, I said. About what? My work. Adam reached for it. No, let me, Sabrina said, snatching it faster than necessary. She opened it, expecting something small. Her face stiffened. She read aloud, without meaning to. 85,000 readers. A pause. 9,340 December orders. Another pause. $38,000? Q4? Adam blinked hard. Mom, this is real? Yes. All of it? Yes. Sabrina flipped pages aggressively. How did you do this? Work. Real work? Yes. She laughed nervously. Nora, you're 72. And? And people your age don't run businesses like this. I do, I said. Lydia smiled at me. I knew you were doing something big. You pay attention, I said. Noah leaned forward. Wait, Grandma made all that money? Yes, I answered. For real? Yes. Sabrina glared at me. You let us think you were struggling. You assumed I was, I replied. Adam held the report with both hands now. Mom, this is huge. Why didn't you tell us? You didn't ask. Sabrina shot him a look as if blaming him for the situation. Then she turned back to me. So you've been hiding all this? No. Then what do you call it? Working, I said. Sabrina pointed at the numbers again. You made $38,000 in 3 months? Yes. And this villa? What is this? What's Whitfield Coastal Retreats LLC? My company, I said. You have a company? Yes. Since when? Years. She stared at me like she couldn't decide whether to be impressed or scared. Adam tapped a page. Mom, these bookings, are these correct? Yes. 6 months ahead? Yes. Noah whispered to himself. That's more than Dad makes. Sabrina hissed, Noah, be quiet. I reached into my purse again. Sabrina snapped, What now? I placed the silver villa key on the table. Not dramatically, just factually. Sabrina stared at it like it didn't belong to reality. What is that? The villa, I said. You brought the key? Yes. Why? You forgot me. I remembered myself. Adam whispered, Mom, that villa is worth $3 million. Yes. You own it? Yes. Sabrina exhaled hard. So you bought a $3 million villa alone? Yes. You? Yes. Her voice thinned. You should have told us. You weren't listening, I said. Lydia took my hand quietly. Sabrina wasn't done. So you bring all this today? Now? Yes. Why now? You left me out, I said. I responded. Sabrina clenched her jaw. We didn't leave you out. You did. It was a mistake. It was a pattern, I said. Adam looked down, ashamed. Sabrina tried another angle. You could have asked for help. I didn't need help, I said. You're unbelievable, she muttered. No, I'm prepared. Silence followed. Not emotional silence, but strategic silence. I lifted my tea, took a slow sip, then set it down again. Noah stared at the report. So Grandma's like, rich? Yes, I said. Sabrina's face tightened. Well, congratulations, Nora. You kept a lot from your family. You kept distance, I replied. I didn't. You did. She went quiet. The room wasn't cheerful anymore, wasn't loud, wasn't controlling me. It was just honest. Lydia squeezed my hand. Grandma, that was amazing. It was necessary, I said. Sabrina leaned back, defeated, but trying not to show it. So this is your gift? No, I said. This is my reality. The report sat on the coffee table like a quiet challenge. No lights, no reactions, no theatrics, just paper. Adam kept staring at it, flipping the pages slowly, as if the numbers might change if he blinked. Sabrina watched him, then snatched the report out of his hands. What is this? Q4, I said. She scanned the first page. Her expression tightened. 85,000 readers? Yes. Seriously? Yes. Adam leaned closer. And this? 9,340 orders? December alone? Correct. Sabrina flipped to the next page. $38,000? In 3 months? Yes. You made that? Yes. She blinked quickly, her voice rising. How? Work, I said. Adam shook his head. Mom, this can't be right. It is. Sabrina slapped the report lightly with her fingertips. This doesn't look like a hobby. It isn't. So what is it? A business. She scoffed under her breath. You? Running a business? Yes. At 72? Yes. Lydia grinned a little. Told you Grandma was doing something real. You pay attention, I said. She smiled. Noah leaned forward. So Grandma's actually rich? Yes, he nodded slowly. Cool. Sabrina shot him a look, then turned back to me. You made all this with, what, little journals? Digital products. That's the same thing. No, I said. Adam rubbed the back of his neck. Mom, why didn't you tell us? You weren't asking. Sabrina's eyes narrowed. You let us believe you were doing nothing. I didn't correct you, I said. That's the same thing, she snapped. No, I replied. It isn't. She kept flipping pages, faster now, as if speed would give her back control. And this line, Whitfield Coastal Retreats, LLC, what is that? My company. You have a company? Yes. Since when? Since before you last asked me for anything, I said. Her mouth opened, but no words came out. Adam pointed at the booking section. Mom, these reservations. Is this the villa? Yes. Booked 6 months out? Yes. Noah whistled low. That's a lot. Sabrina's voice thinned again. Show me the bookings. Adam handed her the page. She stared at it. Long, quiet. Fully booked? Yes. For 6 months? Yes. How? People like value, I said. Your condo doesn't offer it. She froze. What? Your pricing is inflated. Your reviews show it. Her face tightened. I reached into my purse again. Sabrina jerked slightly. What else do you have in there? I placed the silver key on the table. It didn't make a dramatic sound. It didn't need to. Adam's eyes widened. Mom, is that the villa key? Yes. You just keep it with you? It's mine, I said. Sabrina stared like she was seeing an object she'd only seen online. That's the $3 million villa? Yes. You own it? Yes. Alone? Yes. Her voice shook. How did you buy something like that? Payment, I said. From what? From what you're holding. She looked down at the report like it had bitten her. Adam tried to process everything at once. Mom, I had no idea. You weren't looking. Sabrina exhaled loudly. So you've been hiding money this whole time? No. Then what is this? My work. That's not an explanation. No, I said. It's clarity. She stared straight at me. You're telling us you built all of this without saying a word? Yes. Why? You weren't listening, I said again. Noah leaned toward his sister. I think Grandma could buy 10 of Dad's cars. Noah, Adam muttered. I could, I said. Sabrina slammed the report shut. What exactly are you trying to do here, Nora? Nothing, I said. Nothing? Yes. This feels pointed. It's factual. She threw her hands slightly. You bring this on Christmas morning? You forgot me, I said. I responded. Sabrina looked at Adam like he needed to jump in. He didn't. So you're angry? She asked. No. Then what is this? Information, I said. Sabrina paced a little, her tone cracking. You could have told us you were doing well. You assumed I wasn't, I replied. You could have corrected us. You could have cared, I said. Quiet. Not emotional, just quiet. Lydia lifted the report again. Grandma, this is insane, in a good way. It's organized, I said. She smiled proudly. Sabrina pointed at the key. So what now? You show us a fancy villa key and expect what? What do you want? Nothing, I said. No advice? No partnership? No conversation? No. Why not? You came to me only when you needed a prop, I said. Sabrina froze. A prop? Yes. For your pictures, for your holiday image, for appearances. Adam looked embarrassed. Sabrina crossed her arms. Are you punishing us? No. Then what are you doing? Finishing the conversation you started, I said. She blinked, thrown. What conversation? The one where you decided I wasn't worth a gift. She had no answer. I picked up the key, placed it back in my purse, then slid the Q4 envelope inside again. Deliberate, controlled, cold. Adam swallowed. Mom, this changes a lot. No, I said. What do you mean, no? It only changes what you imagined about me, not who I am. Lydia nodded. That's perfect, she whispered. Sabrina didn't move. She didn't blink. She didn't smile. The humiliation wasn't dramatic. It was factual, and facts always hit harder than emotions. The room stayed still. No one spoke. No one breathed too loud. Sabrina was the first to move. All right, she said, forcing calm. Let's be practical. You've built something impressive, so let's collaborate. No, I said. She blinked. No to what? No to all of it. Adam leaned forward. Mom, we mean partnership, marketing help, support. I don't need support. Sabrina tightened her jaw. You're being stubborn. No. She tried again, voice sweetened. Nora, listen. Your business could grow faster with us. You shouldn't carry all this alone. I'm not carrying anything, I said. Adam gestured to the report. This is real work, real numbers. Let us help expand it. I'm not interested. Sabrina laughed softly. You're refusing your own family? You refused me first. Her sweetness cracked. We never refused you. You did. It wasn't intentional. It was consistent. Adam lowered his voice. Mom, we didn't know you were struggling. I wasn't struggling. We thought you were retired, bored, lonely. You thought wrong, I said. Sabrina crossed her arms. You could have told us you were doing well. You didn't ask. That's childish, she snapped. No, that's accurate. Adam looked between us. Mom, we want to be part of your success. You want profit, I said. Sabrina pushed back instantly. That's not fair. It's factual. She pointed at the Q4 report. You could have grown twice as fast if you'd told us earlier. You could have been decent earlier, I said. Her mouth opened. No words. Adam rubbed his temples. Mom, let's just move forward. Let's start fresh. No, Sabrina scoffed. You're unbelievable. Yes. She stepped toward me, voice sharp. So what's your plan? Keep all this to yourself? Shut out your own family? You are not shut out, I said. You walked out. That is not true. It is. Adam tried again, softer. Mom, please. We're trying. You're reacting to numbers, not to me. Sabrina pointed at me like she was presenting a case. You act like we abused you. No. Then what? You dismissed me, repeatedly. She stared. That's not the same. It's enough. Adam swallowed. Mom, tell us what you want. Nothing. He blinked. Nothing? Yes. Sabrina raised her voice. So you're shutting us out? No. What do you call this? A boundary. She shook her head. You're walking away because of one morning? One morning showed the pattern. That's ridiculous, she snapped. You forgot me, I said, on purpose. Sabrina tried again with a different tactic. You know what? Fine, we messed up. So let's fix it. No. Her eyes narrowed. You won't even consider it? No. Are you punishing us? No. Then what are you doing? Telling the truth, I said. You only care because you saw the money. Adam tried to intervene. "That's not true." "It is." Sabrina laughed, angry now. "Well, congratulations. You fooled all of us." "I didn't fool you. You underestimated me." She stiffened. Adam's voice cracked. "Mom, we can be better. You had years. And now we want to try again." "No." He breathed out hard. "Mom, don't end this." "I'm not ending anything. I'm acknowledging it." Sabrina pointed at the villa key in my purse. "That's why you're acting like this," she said. "Because you think that key makes you powerful." "It doesn't," I said. "What does then?" "Clarity." She froze for 1 second. Then she spoke quietly, but sharp. "You're old, Nora. You won't always be able to handle all this. I've handled more than you know." "And what happens when you can't?" "I'll still manage more than you expect." She stared at me like the room had tilted. Noah finally whispered, "Grandma, are you leaving?" "Yes." Sabrina took a step forward. "You can't just walk away from your family." "I can," I said. "And you think that makes you strong?" "It makes me free." She stopped talking. Adam tried one more time. "Mom, please, don't go." "No." The word cut everything clean. No hesitation, no apology, no softness, just the verdict. And they finally understood I meant every syllable. I stood up. No pause, no explanation. Sabrina straightened. "What are you doing?" "Leaving," I said. Adam rose halfway. "Mom, wait. We're not finished." "I am." Sabrina stepped toward me. "You're leaving? Now?" "Yes." "It's Christmas," she pressed. "And?" "You don't walk out on Christmas." "I just did." Her smile dropped. "Nora, sit down. Don't make this ugly." "It already is." Adam reached a hand out like he could stop the moment. "Mom, please, just stay. 10 minutes. "No," Sabrina scoffed. "You're overreacting." "No!" She tried another angle. "You should stay, for the kids. They're fine." "No, they're not," she snapped. "They will be," I said. I grabbed my coat. Sabrina watched every movement like she was losing territory. "You're choosing to walk out instead of working things out?" "Yes, that's petty." "No." Adam's voice softened. "Mom, it's cold outside. At least let me drive you." "No. It's a long drive. I've made longer." Sabrina crossed her arms hard. "So that's who you are now? Some frozen millionaire?" "No, I'm just done." She tried to block my way. "You can't just leave like this." "I can. And what does that prove?" "Nothing. It ends." Sabrina's eyes sharpened. "You think leaving makes you superior?" "No, it makes me clear." She flinched at that. Adam stepped forward again. "Mom, don't go." "Not like this." "Exactly like this." I picked up my purse. The faint sound of the villa key inside made Sabrina tense. "There it is," she said. "The real reason you're acting like this. One expensive house and suddenly you think you're better than everyone." "I think I'm done tolerating everyone," I said. Her mouth parted. Adam tried one last time. "Mom, just talk to us. We can fix it." "No," I said. "You can't fix what you didn't see." Sabrina's voice rose. "Walking out doesn't make you strong. It makes me finished." Lydia stood up quietly from the table. "I'm walking her out," she said. Sabrina snapped, "No, you're not." "Yes," Lydia said. "I am." We walked to the hallway together. At the door, she turned to me. "Grandma, do you want me to visit you?" "Yes." "How soon?" "When you're ready." I took an envelope from my purse and handed it to her. She opened it. A gift card. "Use it for what matters," I said. She nodded. "I will." Sabrina called from the dining room. "Lydia, don't take anything from her." Lydia didn't answer. Adam appeared behind us. "Mom, please, don't leave angry." "I'm not angry," I said. "You sound angry." "No, I sound done." He didn't argue. Lydia hugged me tight. "I'm proud of you," she whispered. "Good," I said. "Stay that way." I opened the door. Cold air. Clean air. Lydia called softly. Grandma? Yes? I want to learn from you. You will. I stepped off the porch. Sabrina didn't come to the door. Adam didn't try again. No one apologized. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. I walked to my car, unlocked it, and got in. The engine started. The house stayed behind. My villa key was in my bag. My work was ahead. My peace was mine. The drive back to Charleston was quiet. No music, no calls answered. My phone buzzed non-stop in the cup holder. Adam, Sabrina, Adam again. I let it ring each time. When I pulled into my driveway, it buzzed twice more before I even turned off the engine. I picked it up, looked at the screen, and set it face down without opening a single message. Inside the house, I turned on one light, boiled water, and opened my laptop. No nostalgia, no reflection, just routine. More buzzing. Sabrina, you didn't have to make a scene. Adam, Mom, please call me. Sabrina, you embarrassed everyone. Delete that post. Adam, we want to fix this. Sabrina, you're not acting like family. I turned the phone silent. I opened a new blog post, typed simple lines. Today I walked out of a room where I wasn't seen. I didn't argue. I didn't explain. I chose my peace. I posted it. Within minutes, comments appeared. Needed this. Thank you. I left too. I refreshed the dashboard. More comments, more shares. The phone buzzed again. Adam. Mom, we saw your post. It's everywhere. Can we talk? Sabrina. Take it down. You're making us look bad. Sabrina. This is unnecessary drama. I closed the phone. Another knock came at my door. Hard. Persistent. Mom? Adam's voice. I didn't move. He knocked again. Mom, I know you're in there. Just talk to me. I stayed seated at the table. 3 more knocks. Mom, please open the door. I drove all the way here. Nothing from me. He exhaled sharply. I'm not leaving until we talk. I kept still. After a pause, he spoke again. I'm sorry. I messed up. I didn't see things the way I should have. Still no answer. Sabrina's upset. She thinks you're doing this to punish us. I kept silent. That's not it, right? Silence. He tried one more time. Mom, tell me what you want from me. Nothing, I said, loud enough for him to hear. He went quiet. Seconds passed, then minutes. Finally, footsteps moved away from the door. His car started. He left. I stood, locked the door, and returned to my laptop. The post had crossed 3,000 comments. Another email arrived. Podcast request. Second Start Women. We'd like to feature your voice. Women over 60 keep quoting your post. Another email. Interview inquiry. Women Rising Digital Magazine. Then another. Retreat collaboration. Wellness group for 60-plus women. I opened none of them. My phone buzzed again. Sabrina, you're hurting Adam. Isn't that enough? Sabrina. Answer us. Sabrina. This is toxic, Nora. Sabrina. Take it down. I put the phone in a drawer. I refreshed my dashboard. Sales increased. Followers increased. Comments continued flowing. I walked away last year. Your clarity is what I needed. How do I start my own thing? I opened my notes app and typed, start small, stay quiet, stay consistent. Then I closed the laptop. The house wasn't loud or warm or emotional. It was just mine. And that was enough. 3 months passed. Not emotional, just time. My business grew on its own momentum. Orders up, subscribers up. Villa bookings full. One morning, an email came in. Podcast invitation. Second Start. Women. Your writing is circulating everywhere. Women over 60 keep referencing your post. We want your voice on our show. I replied, confirm. A second email arrived. Interview request. Women Rising Digital Magazine. Then a third. Speaking inquiry. Life after 60. Summit. I did not answer immediately. I opened my planner first, wrote tasks, wrote dates, no emotion attached. A knock hit my door. It wasn't Adam or Sabrina. It was Lydia. She had a backpack and a laptop under her arm. "Grandma, can I come in?" "Yes." She stepped inside and looked around. "It's calm here." "It is." She sat at the table. "I came to learn, like you said." "Sit," I told her. She opened her notebook. "What do I start with?" "Start with one idea," I said. She wrote a short list. I opened my laptop, showed her the dashboard. Sales history, product list, automation flow. She studied everything quietly. After a moment, she said, "You built all of this by yourself?" "Yes." "No noise?" "No." She nodded. "I want to build something too." "Then build it." She smiled. "I want to start today." "Good." My phone buzzed. "Adam, Lydia is with you? Please tell her to come home." "Sabrina, send her back. She needs stability." "Adam, Mom, can we talk? We still want to fix things." "Sabrina, you're confusing her. Stop." I locked the phone. Lydia watched me. "You're not answering them?" "No." "Should I?" "No." She nodded slowly. I figured. She worked on her outline while I answered 3 emails from older women asking how to start a digital journal business. I wrote short replies. Start small. Use what you have. Be consistent. Another email came in. Retreat partnership. Wellness circle for senior women. Then another. Bulk order request. 500 copies of your daily planner. I flagged them for later. Lydia looked up. "Grandma, can I stay here for a few days? I want to finish this project next to you." "Yes." She texted Adam. "I'm staying with Grandma." He replied instantly. "Come home tonight. You're being influenced. This isn't healthy. You need to listen to your parents." Lydia set her phone down. "He doesn't get it." "He rarely has," I said. She smirked. "That's true." We worked another hour without talking. No tension. Just focus. Later, she looked at my planner. "You're hosting retreats at the villa?" "Yes." "For who?" "Women who need direction." "Can I help?" "Yes." She brightened. The next day, I took her to the Kiawa Island villa. She walked through each room slowly, not emotional, observing. "This place is designed well," she said. "It works," I told her. She checked the workspace. "Can I set up here?" "Yes." She unpacked her laptop. I opened mine. An email popped up. "TV segment request. Local morning show." I ignored it. Lydia drafted her first product outline. She handed it to me. "Will this work?" "It's clear," I said. "So I should publish it?" "Yes." She exhaled with relief. "Okay, I'll do it." We worked until afternoon. My phone buzzed again. "Sabrina, you're still avoiding us. This isn't fair." "Sabrina, you're controlling Lydia. Stop using her to get back at us." "Sabrina, you need to act your age." I put the phone back in my bag. Lydia pretended not to see but asked anyway, "Was that Mom?" "Yes." "Do you care?" "No." She nodded. "Me neither." I opened my planner and wrote next quarter's goals. Lydia leaned over. "Grandma, can I make my own planner line one day?" "Yes." "Could you tell me if I'm doing it right?" "No," I said. She blinked. "Why not?" "You'll figure it out." She smiled. "That's fair." Before we left the villa, she stood by the front door and said, "I'm glad you walked away." "Walking away isn't the point," I said. "What is?" "Choosing myself." She nodded once. "Then I'll learn that too." Back at home, I opened my planner again. The final page was blank. I wrote, "They counted me out. Now they subscribe to me. And that's how I chose clarity over noise, peace over appearances, and my own future over anyone else's expectations. If you stayed with me until the end, thank you for listening and for sharing a few quiet minutes with me today. Your support means more than you know. If this story spoke to you, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, or share it with someone who might need a little strength of their own. I'll see you in the next story. Until then, take care, stay steady, and choose yourself when the world forgets to.